What's going on, everybody? Power Metal Ranger here for an album thoughts video. Today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the new Timeless Rage album. It's titled Untold. This bad boy's got 8 songs on it. Comes in at about 42 minutes. Right in that sweet spot. You know how I like in that 45-minute or so mark. Typically 8 songs, no filler. It's just nice, concise. But before I get into the album itself, you know how I like to talk about the cover art. Check it out. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I really dig it. It's got like the galaxy and space kind of in the background, and then it's got this open book that's got, it almost looks like, there's this one song on the album called 2 Elements, and it talks about heaven or hell. This kind of seems to be what this cover art is portraying. You kind of have what looks like paradise over on the one side, and then you have what looks like a barren, kind of fiery wasteland on the other. Those two polar opposites. There's like water like spilling out of the book, and it's floating up. It's just really cool looking. It's got this fantasy look to it. Really nice colors, and the way the name up there looks is really classy. It's just a sharp looking cover, in my opinion, and it gives you the impression that this is going to be some power metal. You know how I'm really big on the cover conveying what to expect on the album, and I think this does a great job of doing that. You definitely know you're getting some kind of symphonic or power metal album. So, dig it. Really like that cover art. Great work on that. So now for the album itself. And yes, that cover does give you the right idea, because this is a power metal album, but with heavy symphonic elements thrown in. Well, not just thrown in, expertly crafted in, I should say. This album, I'm just going to start right off the bat, really enjoy it a lot. It's just, it sounds so meticulously put together. Like I said, expertly crafted. It's got a lot of it. It's got real heavy guitars that kind of anchor the songs, in my opinion. You get these underlying heavy riffs that really kind of drive the song, and then you get these amazing symphonic elements, orchestrations over top of that, whether it be strings or just other type of orchestral instruments going on in the background, really kind of giving this grand scale to it, this epic sound to it. It's more than just a little bit of a symphony here and there. No, it's a really big part of this album, which I think is really cool, pretty unique. A lot of power metal has some symphony elements and orchestra and stuff, but the way that it's fused in here with the guitars and the power metal style, it sets itself apart a little bit, in my opinion, with the sound. Just the way that it's combined so well. It's like the two are one. It's not like there's the separate, you have the guitars doing their crazy things, and then you just kind of have some strings in the background and this and that, where, maybe you could remove the orchestra, and then it still sounds like, oh, okay, this is just a guitar-driven, power metal song with all the fancy guitar work and all that. Or if you remove the guitar, it's like, oh, this is just a really symphonic, cinematic kind of piece. This, it's not like they're separate like that. Both are combined beautifully in a way that they're fused, in my opinion, which is what really gives it that unique sound. You really can't have one without the other. And this is evident in basically every single song on this album. I did a reaction to the song 2 Elements. Check that out if you haven't seen that. It gives you a really good idea. So you just throughout this whole album, you're kind of really taken on a journey. It's got a heavy feel to it, but also a hopefulness to it as well. But you're taking on this journey that feels very, epic, because you have this symphonic elements going, but it also, it feels, like I said, it feels heavy because the guitars have a lot of grit to it. And so that's really what you're treated to, throughout this whole thing. It's really an experience, really, really symphonic power metal. And then you got the vocals, which are just absolutely fantastic and work really, really well with this, because, like I said, you kind of have those two parts, the real heavy guitars and then the orchestra and the symphony. And I feel like the vocals come in right between, the perfect blend of both, because his voice has a real edge to it, real, just real punch. And, it's not like just a operatic style or something like that. It's just, he's got a real edge to his voice, and it just comes through real hard hitting, along with the guitars, and then you got the symphony and the orchestra on top of that. Just really gives it an oomph and this epic symphonic sound. Just really, really great, honestly, from the very beginning. The first track, Far From Home, kind of gives off space vibes. It's got little parts mentioning of like the NASA astronauts, like in space and stuff like that, to kind of, I feel like, really sets the tone for knowing that you're in for an adventure, for a journey. This isn't just, it sets the scale, I guess I should say, for the whole rest of the album. So I thought that was really cool. And the second track, Disunity, is one of my favorites. It's got this one, oh man, it hits really, really hard. It's melodic, and then in this one section, it really hits with these stringed instruments and the guitar with this heavy riff. And when those two come in together for this awesome melodic sound, epic sound, just really want to really get into it. And the vocals on top of that are just really hard hitting and just absolutely fantastic. Again, I'm not going to go through every song here, but it's just trying to give you the impression of what you can expect. Very melodic, very symphonic, heavy power metal, fantastic vocals with a nice edge to really, really hit it home. This was a real blast. I honestly enjoyed this album a lot. Any fans of power metal or even symphonic metal, you don't want to miss this. Even just heavy metal fans, that there's something for everybody here. Truly, it's got elements from all those genres, and it's just put together in such a incredible package that it's just a joy to listen to from beginning to end. This album really exceeded my expectations. Like I said, I did a reaction to the song Two Elements, and I liked it a lot, but I wasn't sure what to expect on the album. And this whole thing is just a lot of fun. Like I said, just a joy to listen to. So those are my thoughts on this bad boy here. Final thoughts: don't miss it. Don't miss it. This is a superb power metal album with incredible symphonic elements fused in there. Like I said, the two are one, and then the vocals are just the icing on the cake. Just an epic album, in my opinion. Really enjoyed it. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts. Oh, and I'll leave you with one song to check out if you're only interested in listening to one song to see if you want to get into the album. You know how I like to say. So I would recommend, honestly, you could pick any song off this album, and I think that would entice you enough to want to listen to the full album. But check out Disunity if you're just going to listen to one song, because that song will definitely hook you, in my opinion. So check out the song Disunity, or better yet, check out the whole album. really great. That's what I got for you guys. That's Timeless Rage with the album Untold. And I gotta say, I am incredibly happy that this story or this album isn't untold. I'm glad that it is told because that way we get to listen to it. If it went untold, we wouldn't have the joy of hearing it. So great stuff. Great stuff. Check it out. Timeless Rage with Untold. Those are my thoughts. And I'll catch you all next time. Ranger, out.